guys, it's Hi. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Yes, I'm not wearing any makeup. I'm trying to manifest natural beauty. I'm trying to affirm that I feel more confident without makeup. I'm trying, guys. So we're not doing makeup for right now. Okay? Please don't call me fucking ugly because I'm gonna lose my mind. Anyways, today we're going to be talking about everything that's going on Twitter. Well, actually nothing's going on Twitter, but I'm dramatic and I'm a Gemini, so yeah. Hey. Basically, I found these posts on Twitter. I made a little thread about it and everything. Also, I'm not on Twitter, so I don't know why I'm acting like there's this huge deal going on Twitter. I would have no idea, but I am on Threads. Follow me on Threads. I sent these things over to my MacBook, which I got a new MacBook, guys. My cat bit my other one, so I had to get a new one. I've sent over the posts to my MacBook to read off to you guys, and I just want to talk about them. And also to the person that wrote these and sent them in anonymously and things like this to someone on Twitter, which by the way, I have no idea who these are from. So I have no idea. I just want to throw that out there. These are not me. These are not sent to me. I found them on the internet, and I wanted to put my 2 cents in as your guys' mentor, as your teacher, as your guide, as your manifestation coach. And also, I do want to say, I made a little post about this on my YouTube community post thing, and a lot of people thought these were satire or jokes, but you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised, and it's sad that these situations actually happen a lot. And as someone that does one-on-one coaching, I've seen it happen up front, like one-on-one. I've seen it with my own 2 eyes happen to people, and it is very, very sad. So I don't think that these are jokes, but for the people that are too scared to admit that they're in situations like these, this video is for you, and I'm here to help. And I really just want to be able to help you and get you back on the right track. There's 2. The first one is the bigger one that's the little made me actually gasp. I was like, oh no, oh no, oh no. And I want to really, really drill this into your mind, because I do not want these situations to happen to you guys, because what this is not manifesting. This is not manifesting what I'm about to read, or at least manifesting correctly. Hey, so I've been manifesting a private chef and a life of luxury where I'm not working, so I thought me going to my corporate job was wavering between states. So I just stopped going to work at all, like 3 months ago, and they fired me. But now I'm running out of money and can't even find my next month's rent. So I'm trying to manifest a sugar daddy who pays for everything while I get my life of luxury. Also, because I've been manifesting a chef, I haven't cooked anything at home or even stepped in the kitchen aside from using the microwave and fridge, because I thought it was conflicting. Was I not supposed to quit doing these things in the 3D? I thought I could manifest an easy life and stop doing work and just sleep all day, be in bed watching shows. I thought because manifesting is guaranteed something would have happened by now. Did I accidentally fuck it up? LOL, I'm kind of panicking because I've been manifesting this life for 3 years now, and I thought me leaving my job, it wasn't even a bad job, it was just chill and cute, was my final step. There's a lot to unpack here, and this is the worst situation of not understanding living in the end in states that I could have ever seen. First, I just want to make an announcement that the only thing you need to manifest is to act as if you have it. That's it. You literally just have to be in the state of the wish fulfilled. And the state sounds like a really big buff term, like, I gotta be in the state. No, it's literally just pretending like you have it. And people really, really have a hard time understanding this, and I try to break it down the easiest way I can, is pretend like you have it. Like, I don't even know how to break it down anymore. Actually, I do. It's basically, what would you be thinking? How would you be acting? How would you feel? Everything. Like, what would your life be like if your desire was here? And I want you to know that being in the state is not something you have to do. Like, in the 3D. Like, it's not a physical thing. It's a mental thing. It is with your thoughts. Being in the state is only a mental thing. It is a mental thing, guys. Okay, let me say that again. A mental thing. Do you know what that means? Your thoughts. You don't have to take action in 3D. You don't have to do anything. You just have to think. You have to think like you have it, and that is it. That is what being in the state is. There's a few things that I've seen wrong in this. First thing is, they think that they're wavering between states by going to work. That is not true. That is not true. You need money to live. In this society, that's just how it is. And yes, you can manifest away from that, but as it is now, you need a job. Sometimes you need money to pay bills, pay rent, buy food, things like that. So do not put yourself in a situation where you are not allowed to meet your basic needs. That will create the biggest spiral of them all, and you will not be able to manifest anything, because all you're going to be focusing on is the fact that you have no money, and the fact that you can't pay rent, and the fact that you're now stuck in this reality. That's the first thing. I have encountered things like this. People will literally tell me all the time, my SP pissed me off, so I blocked them. What are you doing? You are pushing yourself further away from the goal by quitting your job and being like, you know what? No, You're now pushing yourself further away from the end goal because now you're going to be broke. Now you're going to be stressing about money. Now you're going to be constantly being like, okay, well, what's going to happen next? Like, how am I going to pay rent? How am I going to pay rent? I'm going to run out of money. It's going to happen because your mind is going to think, how am I going to do this? How am I going to be able to pay my rent? How am I going to do that? And yes, you can manifest money and stuff, but it doesn't seem like this person was wanting to do that. They were just like, nah, I'm just going to quit my job. That's going to help. In this situation, let me give you a few examples of something that you can do. If you're manifesting a dream job and you're working a job, even if you don't like it, you can do a few things. One, affirm that it is your dream job and you're working your dream job every damn day. Two, you can affirm that doing this is going to help you get to your dream job. You're learning skills. It's the next level. Your dream job's the next level from this job, things like that. Or three, just affirm in your head and not acknowledge the 3D. Literally, when you go to work, just be like, I'm so happy I have the best job ever. And just do your job. Just do your job. Because you can simultaneously be thinking thoughts from the end goal and also be doing something completely different in the 3D. That is completely, two can coexist together. So don't be quitting your jobs because you're manifesting. Please do not do that. And I know a lot of people always will say shit like, I'm spreading limiting beliefs. I would rather you guys tell me I spread limiting beliefs than let you do this. If you want to say I spread limiting beliefs because I say this shit, you can say that. I don't care because I'm not letting you guys do this. I'm not letting people that watch my videos fall into something like this. I'm not letting it happen. So I would rather someone tell me you spread limiting beliefs, you can't quit your job. I would rather say don't quit your job that's reacting to 3D in not a good way than you guys do this and you f*** yourself, really. I'm editing my video right now, but I just wanted to quickly add, like, you can quit your job. You can force 3D, you can quit your job. You can do whatever you want. If you think it's going to help you manifest, you can do whatever you want. But in a situation like this, where it's like you've been manifesting for years and there's no movement, doing things like this are not going to help you. They are not going to help you. And I've seen it happen. I've been manifesting for like years and years and years, and I've been a coach, so I've seen other people's like circumstances and realities and manifestations and things like that. I see things like this all the time, and I know how they play out. So I'm just here trying to help you guys avoid situations where you don't get your desire. That is all I'm trying to do in my videos. I'm trying to help you get your desire the fastest way you can. That is literally it. And I'm not going to tell you that you need to take every word of advice I give, because me and you, we're different people. We have different minds. We have different hearts. We have different feelings. We have different beliefs. That's okay. You don't have to believe everything I say. But I just want you to know, everything in my videos, I know for a fact they work. I know for a fact they work. I do. And that's my assumption. So I know that. And if you have an assumption that my teachings don't work, or my teaching, or whatever, you know, that's your assumption, and that's going to manifest in your reality. But it's all based on assumption and perspective. So that's really it. But yeah, if you want to quit your job because you're in a circumstance like this, do it. See what happens. See what happens. It's up to you. Also, the chef thing, same thing as well. You can still make food for yourself. You can still do things and be affirming and living in the state. The state is a mental thing, and that is the biggest thing that people do not understand. You do not have to take these big actions to be into the state. They are a mental thing. It is your thoughts. That is the only thing you need. Manifesting is so easy. It's so overcomplicated though, and our brains are like, this is too easy to be true. So we overcomplicate it naturally, but it is so inherently simple. It's think thoughts like you have your desire. That's all manifesting is. Did I accidentally fuck it all up? Right now, your reality is not in the best shape, but we know circumstances don't matter. So if you can keep a clear mental diet, get your job back, first of all, get a source of income going, find that bigger than money situation out, whatever way you want to do it, manifest it, get a job, I don't care. You figure that out. Get your thoughts in check. That's it. Get your thoughts in the end goal. Don't try to force your reality to conform. Don't try to force it into submission. Let it happen, and you focus up here. If you're focusing up here, everything else will fall right into place perfectly the way you want it. If you are focusing up here and you're pushing it and pushing it and pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, you are constantly acknowledging that the reality around you is not the one you want, and that's why you're pushing it, because you want it to be. So you need to stop and realize the thing that you have control over right now is your thoughts, and that will control everything. Change your thoughts, change your reality. That was the first one. Here's the second one. I saw that we weren't supposed to take force action in the 3D, and I understand, but what about actions for preparation? First, I want to say, this is something my mom brought up to me, and I really liked it. But when you manifest, it's not like you wake up one day and it's just boom, your entire reality is just completely switched. Some situations, yes, I don't want to say that's never gonna, whatever. Don't be coming for me in the comments. But most of the time when you're manifesting something, you naturally subconsciously take steps to reach that. If I'm manifesting motivation for YouTube, and because that's what I'm manifesting right now, trying to motivate myself for YouTube, I will subconsciously be getting more motivated to edit my videos, or motivated to clean my room and film a video, things like that. I will subconsciously be taking steps to get there. So you don't have to take action to prepare for this. It will naturally come while you're manifesting. That's the first thing. I've been manifesting marriage with an SP for 2.5 years and 1 year with the States. That's another thing. You're not in the state. If you were in the state, it would have been manifested. Being 1 year in the state, you're not in the state. You might think you're in the state, but you're not. Understanding that you have to be consistent all the time. You have to make sure you're not telling yourself that this is going to take long. You have to make sure that you are staying consistent even after you're not affirming anymore for a second. You have to make sure you're doing all these things. And if you are manifesting something for 2.5 years, and you haven't seen no movement, you're not manifesting it. You are desiring it, and you are constantly focusing on not having it. That is just how it is. This person says that they've been in the state for a year. You haven't. You have not even been in the state long enough for it to manifest. Or you do get into the state, and then you don't stay in it long enough. And it's this constant cycle of, okay, I'm doing great. No. I'm doing great. And then that causes confliction between like, okay, I'm doing great. And then the thoughts of like, oh wait, this is what's happening in my reality. This is what's happening I don't want. Boom. It's like a constant battle. It's like boom, boom. Where do we go? And no thoughts. It's all just going to stay like stagnant. So you have to control yourself and your thoughts and get those thoughts in check to control your reality. Or you're going to be stuck in a cycle of little movement or no movement. And it's just this huge mess. That's the first thing. Here's the big one. I decided to book catering in a wedding venue for December of 2023 because I assumed we'd be back together by then. I assumed we'd be back together much before that and get married. He is an ex, so I know he won't mind the date and venue. But in the 3D, he's still married to another person and just had beautiful twins. I don't really mind because I know it doesn't matter, and I will happily be a mother to these twins. But should I cancel the venue? Am I not supposed to prepare for it? It takes years to book a venue, and I don't want to cancel it only for it not to be available. You do not have to take action in the 3D. Doing this, booking a wedding venue for someone that you have not even manifested yet, that is forcing the 3D. You are not living in the end. And you are now, because living in the end is a mental thing. It is not a physical thing. It's not booking a wedding venue. It's not buying a wedding dress. It is mental. It's booking a venue in your mind, visualizing the venue, thinking about your wedding day, thinking about your dress, maybe going on Pinterest and looking at wedding dresses you want to do. That is living in the end. This is not only going to stress you out because now you feel like you're on a time crunch, which I always say, if you don't need to be on a time crunch, you can always try it. You can always go for it. But if you don't need to be on a time crunch, then why have to put that on yourself, you know? This is now going to stress you out because now you feel like there's a time crunch and now you feel like you have to manifest this by a deadline, and that is going to drive you crazy because now you're going to be stressing about it all the time. The only thing that this is going to do is stress you out and make you focus on the fact that you aren't together because you're going to be like, well, I booked the wedding venue and we're not even talking or whatever. It's going to stress you out. That is what this is going to do. And yeah, if you want to book a freaking wedding venue, whatever, do what you want. But I'm going to tell you now, this is forcing the 3D. You are trying to force the reality in front of you to conform instead of forcing yourself and your thoughts to conform to what you want. Because I promise you, if you lived in the state and you were like, this is just going to happen, I'm not worried about anything that's in the 3D. It doesn't matter what's in the 3D because you even said you're not worried about what's happening in the 3D. Even though you did acknowledge that he's married and he has kids or whatever, but that's not the point because you could have just said that and you really don't stress about it. But anyways, you are focusing on the 3D. You're not living in the state. You are focusing on the 3D. You're trying to take action in 3D to get this for whatever reason you want, and that is not helping you. You have to take a step back and realize that the work that needs to be done is in your mind. It's not booking catering for a wedding. It is not setting a date that this is your guys' wedding. And you mean if you want to set a date in your mind and be like, you know what, December 2023, that's when we're going to get married, that's great. Booking a venue that's costing thousands and thousands of dollars and you haven't even manifested confirmation, anything, or your SP conforming in any sense, you are just trying to force it to happen. And it will happen, but you have to focus on your thoughts. It will happen. But forcing all these things and all these outside things is not going to make it happen. That is not what's going to make it happen. What's going to make it happen is your thoughts and living in the end and consistently pretending like you have it and living as if you have it. That is what's going to happen, okay? To anyone that's in situations like this, I just want you to know, take a step back and reevaluate. Reevaluate if you are forcing the 3D too much or trying to take action in 3D to get it instead of taking action in your mind to clear up your thoughts and be more consistent. That is what matters. That is what matters. Your thoughts are what's key, and there's nothing more to it, really. That's it. Your thoughts are what hold power, and you don't have to overcomplicate manifesting. But that is it for today's video. Sorry, it's kind of a long video. Again, no hate, no shade to anyone that's ever experienced something like this or to the people that wrote these anonymous things in. I'm just here to help and to guide you guys and maybe get you back on track if this is something that you have been struggling with. But that is it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. As always, watching this video helped you manifest. Say it with me. Watching this video helped you manifest. Watching this video helped you manifest. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.